Dillon, where did you feel like you noticed the biggest difference with Tommy calling the offense compared to Kevin today?
Honestly, I think it just had great flow, and I think at times, we got it going, and there's a lot of things that execution-wise we can help ourselves, but felt good going into it, and we'll stand by that for sure.
Kevin said after the game that he's sticking with you going forward. Not that he shouldn't. It's just that at 2-7 sometimes things change.
Yep.
But he's sticking with you. How do you feel about the opportunity to build on, what you did today and move forward?
Yeah, when things aren't going well, there's always going to be change. That's part of it, because if you keep doing the same thing and don't change anything, then it's insanity. But just I feel like at times there's things that went well, and we sustained and executed, and then in certain moments we didn't execute, and that starts with me. But yeah, it's always frustrating when it's not going the way you want it to, and you put in the work and time. But in crucial moments, you got to have it and execute, and we didn't.
Still in the 4th and 1 with about 10 minutes left, it looks like the guy came right off the edge. Where did you want to go with that one, and what did you end up seeing?
Yeah, I'm hot, and we're in our 5-man pro, and got to create something there. And, I was in between knowing that it was 4th and 1, getting outside or getting vertical, and there was a chance that I could have and slipped through, but didn't. But that's why I stayed on that side when I was hot.
What about getting sacked in the game 6 times? What could you have done differently to avoid some of that, or what was going on there? Basically?
Yeah, don't want to take those. Want to be able to dish it and find a safe place to dish it. But in those moments too, can't take sacks.
Dillon, it seemed like Tommy drew up some stuff for you, sort of like getting out of the pocket, rolling out a little bit. Just what do you think for you? Like, is that something that you think is part of your game where you can sort of thrive? Like, what do you see on those plays that you think makes them effective plays for you?
I think for anyone, it's versatility, and you want to have that. You want to move launch points. You want to keep the defense off balance. It helps the run. It helps the O-line. It helps me. It helps everyone involved. And I think the more versatile you are, it helps. But, I think that in general helped us throughout the day.
You were able to get Jerry more involved. I know that was a point of emphasis. So is that something, as you look ahead, do you think that's something that you guys can build and grow on?
Yeah, Jerry's a great player and want to continue to do that and played great. And, want to get the ball to the best players on our team. That'll be emphasis forever.
What did you see on the touchdown throw to him? Obviously, some kind of unique play where you booted to your right and then sort of stopped and threw it back his direction. Jerry sort of broke it down for us too. But what did you sort of see from him?
Yeah, just got single high, got weak rotation, had 2 plays at the line, wanted to keep it and roll with it, and then Jerry did a great job winning at the top of the route.
And how about your David TD pass in the 95-yard drive? It looked like things were going pretty well at that point.
Yeah, I think when we're at our best, it's efficient. We're executing at a high level. That's when you can sustain drives and third downs, making big-time plays, explosives here and there. But that's why I keep going back to you got to execute in crucial moments to play winning football, and we didn't. But want to continue to get better at that because we got to.
Dillon, Wyatt was talking, he thought the offense was more efficient. He thought a little bit more efficient this time out. Where did you feel like the efficiency improved? I know the scoreboard, points is ultimately what it's about, but
yeah.
Where did you feel like the efficiency improved at?
I think you got to know shit ain't never going to be perfect, but you want to try your best to get to that point. And I just feel like when we have chunks and we're efficient in the run game, we're setting things up, it helps us. It does. And then we're clicking, and then there's momentum and rhythm within a drive, within series. You're not living in 3 downs within a series, so that helps too. But it's finding that balance. And there's times that we miss things, and like I said, it starts with me. And we got to create consistency to have more efficient drives. But I think you saw it. At times there was efficient drives, but then there's times as well where it's a 3 and out. And we got to find a better balance. But no moral victories, but I think Wyatt was trying to say that there's direction with it.
Obviously, Tommy's first time calling the plays. Just what did you think overall, like the process of the communication between you guys and getting all that sort of executed?
Yeah, it was good communication. It was like practice, so there's comfortability there. I think we were good in and out of the huddle. There's at times personnels and things that happen within a game that you try to avoid, but I felt like within it there was great communication.
It seemed like just one mistake here, false start here, little penalties and mistakes kind of derailed what you guys were trying to do. Did you see it that way? It was like,
yeah, it's just not winning football, and you got to have a winning process to play winning football, and then you got to execute in key moments. But there's times where you beat yourself, and then there's times where you just don't execute within that moment. Jets definitely played better than us today, but I still think there's times where we got to execute and help ourselves for sure.
and did you feel like you guys in some ways kind of hit the reset button a little bit on your offense? So this was almost game one of the sort of Tommy vibe.
Yeah.
And can you see it getting better and better and better as the weeks go by?
That's the hard part with change too, right? You're trying to create continuity and then see it long enough to see to reap benefits, right? You don't want to plant a seed and then rip it up before it can even grow. But I think for us, it's just building on. We got to, but at the end of the day, we got to find a way to win, and that's what we're building towards.
And do you find yourself at all? I mean, are you staying focused at the task at hand, or do you find yourself ever looking over your shoulder and wondering when are they going to turn this thing over to Shedeur? Does that ever cross your mind?
No, all I can do is control what I can, and yeah, that's what you got to do. That's all you got.